Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, mister. I love you too. Thanks for coming, everybody. We got a great show for you tonight. Everybody you see on the show is sober. Mike DiStefano, Rich Voss, myself, and Robert Kelly. And I really want to start tonight talking about my favorite story of the last 10 years. Am I the only one who likes Tiger Woods a whole lot more now than I used to? I can finally relate to him. I don't relate to a man smiling on a golf course with a 9-iron. I relate to a naked man in the fetal position mumbling, "Why didn't that bitch keep her mouth shut?" And I relate to the panic that he went through. He really panicked. He hit a tree and a fire hydrant. The two most stationary objects on the face of the earth. Too bad there wasn't a glacier for him to have a head-on collision with. If anybody doubts he's half Asian. But he really did panic. I mean, you understand this man has the hand-eye coordination to hit a ball this big into a hole at 300 yards. His wife yells at him and he's like, "Ah, tree!" And it's a really amazing insight into our psyche as a society, the way people are handling this whole sex scandal he went through. It's really interesting. People are so phony. When do we become so phony, especially men, criticizing Tiger Woods? "Oh, I would never behave that way unless presented with the opportunity to do so." I can understand why women hate him. Women, if you hate him, I really understand, because I think every woman understands that no matter how great a husband you have, he is just as capable of being a weak, selfish piece of shit as Tiger Woods. I think women intuitively know that. I don't care if he's the greatest husband and he'd walk through fire for you. If any of Tiger's women said, "Hey, you want a blowjob?" he'd say, "You bet I would." I love the women he picked, too. I love it. One was a cocktail waitress, the other was a Perkins waitress. Tiger didn't fuck anybody who made more than $8.50 an hour. How do you not love that? He's like, "Hey, you, scrubbing the toilets, get in here." But they were attractive, though. At least the women were attractive. Like, men look at that situation, and you don't think he was an idiot. You look at the hot women, and you're like, I could have screwed up my life doing that. Steve Phillips from ESPN. This idiot, he blew a broadcasting career on a girl who looks like Meatloaf in 1978. But I firmly believe, I know I'm a sex addict, and I think he is too. People are like, "Well, Tiger's just being a guy. But the risks he was taking, that goes into addict behavior. A couple of the women said he was having sex without condoms, and I heard that, and I immediately felt kinship with Tiger Woods. Because I hate condoms. But I'm not exactly in the same position he's in. Tiger Woods had $1 billion to lose. I have nothing to lose and herpes to give. But it was actually fun. The way he completely panicked and left that answering machine message. "What are you doing?" In the Cheater's Handbook, page 1, "Don't leave a message, stupid." Or if you do leave a message, keep it kind of vague and ambiguous. "Hey, it's me. Did you fix that thing?" Jesus Christ, he gave away the whole farm. "Hey, look, it's me. Tiger Woods." Yes, the black Asian golfer. "Listen, my wife suspects we've been having sex," which of course we have been. "I love fucking you in Malibu. Listen, could you take your voice off the outgoing message machine just so she doesn't know?" Again, keep it kind of quick. Tiger Woods, black Asian golfer, sponsored by Gillette, Nike, and AT&T. Or I think I should say formally sponsored, because all the sponsors walked away. And personally, I don't want to support any product that walked away from a guy because of what he did in his sexual private life. It's none of my business. Why did Gillette walk away? Is having Tiger Woods as a spokesman really gonna hurt product sales? Are there men out there going, I refuse to shave with the same apparatus as that man? He was fornicating. That's why men shave to begin with. Gillette should have been smart. They should have just used his screw-up to their own advantage. Are you a married man? Did you catch crabs? Well, shave off those pubes with a Mach 3. But we really have become a country, and this is what really annoys me, is the media in this country is despicable. Because that stopped being a story that was newsworthy long ago when you realized there was no drunk driving, no domestic violence. It wasn't a news story. It was just morbid voyeurism. And the media's thing would be, well, we're just giving people what they want. No, you're not. You want to give me what I want? Finally show me a photo of Lady Gaga's clit. That's what I really want to see. What is that delicious shark's fin under her panties? I don't care what it is, I just want to slap my face against it repeatedly. But we love watching somebody else suffer and get called out for stuff that we do. It really is a sickness in this country. Star Jones actually said it best, which as a man, do you understand how hard it is to say that in front of a group of people? You go, Star. But she was saying Tiger Woods owes us nothing because we really think we deserve some kind of an explanation. And we don't unless we catch him cheating at golf. Now, I don't know how you cheat at golf. Maybe you pick the ball up on the 3rd hole and you kick it to the 11th hole and nobody notices because they fell asleep watching that snooze fest of an activity. But it's amazing the concern people showed over golf fans. What are golf fans gonna say? Who gives a shit? Golf is a boring enough sport to play. If you actually stand outdoors and watch other people play it, you should be burned alive. Oh, thank you. And I guess the reason I might seem like a hypocrite because I'm kind of talking about it and making fun of it and I'm like killing the news for capitalizing on it. But I'm not self-righteous. Like, I'll tell you about myself. I don't come off like I have no idea how he could do that. I totally understand how he could do that. I am a pervert for real. For real. I'm not one of these fake perverts. Oh, no, I spent $30 in a strip club. Naughty, naughty. No. No, I use Craigslist as a tax write-off. I don't know why we're always so shocked when somebody's sexual deviance comes to light. It was like when David Carradine died in that kind of an embarrassing S&M situation. You know, they found him in a closet wearing a wig and stockings with a rope around his neck and a rope around his genitals. And I thought, my God, that's exactly how I want to go out. Just so my family has to look at each other uncomfortably at the funeral. Did you know? I had no idea. And I really don't understand S&M. I'm not knocking it, but that whole autoerotic asphyxiation thing, which is what cuts your oxygen off, I'm out when it comes to that. I like air during my orgasm. Normally, because I'm gonna have to run quickly right after. But the idea of not having oxygen is not a turn on. I had a girl one time in bed grab my throat, and it wasn't sexy. She's like, "You're a dirty boy." I'm sorry. And she's like, "Faster, faster!" Like, I'm losing my erection. Can I go home now, please? But people who are really into it swear by it. They're like, dude, you don't understand. Like, you know, when you're having an orgasm and you cut off your oxygen, it really enhances the orgasm. I don't think orgasms need fixing. They're one of the few things you can buy that is perfect as is. I've never been in the middle of an orgasm and thought, need something. I've thought other things like, I wish my pants were off. This is an embarrassing reaction to a high five from a pretty girl. You guys are a great crowd, man. Are you ready to keep this show moving? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, your next act started smoking crack before it was crack. He has been clean and sober for 24 years. Please make him feel welcome, Rich Voss.
Thank you. Thank you. Look at this. Thank you. Thank you. Let's have a big hand for my fiance, Jim Norton. Thank you. My name's Richard, and I'm an addict and alcoholic. This is so cool to do this here in New York. This is great, man. I just came from Jersey. I can get in my car, drive home. We got some Jersey folks? Oh, look at that. Cool. Drive. I don't have to deal with a plane. Just get in my car and drive home. Cake. Every time I'm on a plane, it's always a delay. JetBlue kept their passengers on the runway for 12 hours because of a snowstorm. 12 hours. That's a half a season of 24, okay? 12 hours on the run. And they wouldn't let them off the plane. I'd lose my mind. After 5 hours, I'm out of here. No, you're not. Really? Well, let me talk to Allah about that, okay? 12 hours. Well, 12 hours because of a snowstorm. What other business could hold you for 12 hours because of the weather? You're never going to be in Burger King and it starts to rain and they lock the doors. Well, the king doesn't want anybody to leave. Really? Well, let me talk to Allah about that. All right? It's unbelievable. When the last time I flew a couple weeks ago, the plane was pulling into the gate, and when it pulled in, it stopped, and the flight attendant got on the loudspeaker and said, if anybody's waiting for a wheelchair, please sit in your seat until assistance gets here. Opposed to what? Falling in the aisle and laying there like a human speed bump? Are you okay, man? You're just. I don't want to fuck with you because you look like a Make-A-Wish guy. So I don't want to. I don't want to. You're sitting there like, oh, gee, I just want to laugh one more time. Can we go for pizza too after this? Are you all right? It's a nice crowd. We got some interracial couples. Look at over here. There you go, brother. With a white girl, huh? You're letting this Obama shit go too far. You know what I'm saying? Interracial dating's tough. I'll tell you what's really tough is gay interracial dating. That's gotta be a tough call home. Dad, I'm gay. Now sit down. I was up late last night. I was on Priceline.com. I quit gambling, so I go on Priceline. Because it's like having action, you know what I mean? I put in bids for hotels, and I sit and I wait. Sometimes I get to hotel, I'm all excited. I go, wow, I won the hotel. Then I realize I don't even need a hotel. But just the fact that I won it, you know the feeling. You know that feeling. I got a hotel over the summer in New York. I'm not lying. It was $800 a night hotel, and I got it for $200 on Priceline. And when you're checking into an $800 a night New York hotel, they know you don't belong there when you walk in with a styrofoam cooler. Where's the ice machine? I like to keep my turkey bologna cold. Is anybody here staying in a hotel tonight? Anybody come in staying in? No. 500 people. No one's in a hotel. Are any of you fucking drug addicts staying at the Port Authority? Hotels. I was in a hotel last night. The first thing I do when I get in a hotel is I take the main blanket, the comforter off the bed, and throw it out the window, okay? It's disgusting. The only thing you could do with a main blanket from a hotel is cut it up in little squares, throw it in boiling water, and make hepatitis T out of it, okay? That's not the punchline I wanted to use. Dumb tea, you know what I'm saying? Any Latinos here? What are Latinos? There you go. In the back, sir? Puerto Rican?
Dominican.
What's the difference? Puerto Rican, Dominican? Housekeeping, come on. I went to the beach this summer, Sandy Hook, because I couldn't afford to go to Puerto Rico. Have you ever seen Puerto Ricans at the beach? It's an event. I'm telling you, like 300 on one blanket, couches, refrigerators, working on cars. I saw a girl give birth, then the baby gave birth. Not bad. All right, relax, I'm gonna fuck this up. Kids, I have 3 kids. Who has kids here? Any of you in the back? How many you have, sir? 2. Which one's your favorite? See, he won't answer it, come on. I have 3 daughters. Jessica's 19, Ellen's 17, and the baby's 2.5. Jessica, my 19-year-old's my favorite. I tell Ellen, the 17-year-old, I go, look, I like you, but I really like Jessica. Right? At least you're in second place. Because I don't really give a shit about the baby, I'm not gonna lie. I've seen it all. 19 and 17, I've seen it all. What's she gonna do to impress me? She'll walk in the room, Daddy, look what I painted. Really? Retile the bathroom, okay? Jessica and Ellen are from my first wife, and I was divorced when they were 4 and 2, and Ellen took it really tough because I told her it was her fault, okay? Everything was fine when it was just me, your mom, and Jessica. Then you came along and fucked everything up. And we tried to get her to leave, but she was only 2, so I left. As I'm leaving, though, we all pointed at her like that. This month, as I said in my intro, I will have 24 years sober without a drug or drink in my body this month. Thank you. Thank you. I was a crack addict for real 24 years ago before this shit was famous. I was a crack addict. And I would have done anything to get high, okay? I mean, I never sucked a dick, you know. One time, I just kissed it like that. It didn't cross my gum line. Crack addicts will try to sell you anything. Yo, man, I got a washing machine door. What? Even though, I mean, I got 24 years, but everything else is wrong with me. I'm a hypochondriac, obsessive compulsive, codependent, everything. I can't read anything on the internet about health. I can't. For a month, I thought I needed a hysterectomy. I'm out of my mind. Is there any OC people here? can we get you something to breathe? Something to eat or something? Are you high now? Look at your eyes. Are you on meth? Are you on meth? Did somebody in your family fuck owls? Look how big your eyes are. Jesus, you got big Hubble telescope eyes. When you were a kid and other kids were burning ants with magnifying glasses, did you just push them out of the way and go? Fucking gargoyle eyes. Big. Forget the OC shit. Look at these girls. How old are you? With the blunt. 21. Oh, remember those days, huh? 21. Oh, that shit's got to be as tight as a nickel, huh? 21. Oh, it's like a little seashell down there. You put your ear to it, you can hear her mother yell, "Clean your room." Oh. 21. Oh, that pussy's, oh, I cut that shit with a fork. You don't even need a knife. That shit's as tender as veal, man. You cut that with a fork, save some of that shit for the morning, you know? Throw that in your omelet, you know what I'm saying? Pussy and onion and mushroom omelet. And... Oh, you ever have a lesbian experience? Never. Never fantasize about a friend? Never by accident hit a friend in the breast by accident? Ever walk into a friend's room and trip and eat her pussy by accident? Stumble in and have one of those little Latino snapper sandwiches? Do you know what I'm saying? Pubic hair head. Anyhow. Well, now I just want to fuck with people. That's what it's about. Any crack addicts here? Do we have any ex-crack addicts here? By a round of applause. Again, I'm the only one. I was out of my mind on crack. This is a true story. One time, I wanted to get high. It's a true story. So I pull up on the spot. Like I used to cop on like 168th in Amsterdam, somewhere in that area. And I pull up on the spot. Now, I don't know where I got a car from. Because if it was my car, I would have sold it a month earlier. It's a true story. I pull up on the spot, I go to the guy, "What do you have?" And he showed me like 5 vials of crack. And I snatched him like that. He punched me twice in the head. He hit me, he went back, like, but I didn't really feel it because I was on like a run for like a week. But I go, I better get the hell out of here. So I drove away, and I get up the block, and I open my hand. I got the 5 vials of crack. I'm going, who's the man now? Okay? Because when you have no money and then 5 vials of crack, that's like hitting lotto. I'm telling you. So I pull around the corner. I get about a mile down the road. I pull over, and I throw it in a pipe, and I light it. And it was soap. It was so I pulled back on the guy. I go, "Look, pal, you don't rip me off when I'm ripping you off. Fuck you punching me for soap. What is wrong with you?" I gotta wrap this up quick. It's tough to hold your stomach in this long. Sitting up here. So even though I have 24 years clean, I still have some of the habits and behaviors of a drug addict. I still act like one sometimes. Last week, I was driving through the drive-thru at Dunkin' Donuts. Right? I ordered a coffee and a donut. So I get to the drive-thru window, the dude opens the window, and he's holding the coffee and the donut. And I'm holding the money. And I'm looking at him, and he's looking at me. I'm going, "Look, pal, I'm not giving you the money until you give me at least the donut, okay?" I'm like, "I don't know you like that. We never dealt with each other before. I got the money. Give me the donut." So we're arguing, for real, and he finally gave me the donut, and I drove away. You can't trust everybody. Now I'm behind the dumpster eating a donut, knowing I'm gonna want another donut. I was in a hotel 2 weeks ago. I was on the road. And I'm not really, like, I'm not a sex addict. I'm an addict over everything else. I quit smoking. I quit smoking like 4 years ago. I've been on this gum for 4 years. I'm not lying. I might start smoking again to get off the gum, okay? I'm ready to have a piece now. But I wasn't, why are you shaking your head? No? What's that? The gum is terrible? Yeah, really? I've never lit a house on fire because I fell asleep with gum in my mouth, man. Right. All right? The gum is terrible. My kids aren't getting secondhand gum. It's terrible for me? Are you my wife? My wife's not here. You gotta see my wife. She's hot, but she's got a flat ass. You guys, when I fuck her from behind, I feel like I'm fucking Margaret Cho's face. Right. So, how funny is that? Come on, that's gonna be a classic, that bit. She's done. I'm not big. The other night I was in a hotel, and I wanted to have a little session. This is a true story, I'm not lying. I want to have a little session, you know what I'm saying? So I went in the bathroom, I shaved my chest, right? I got a towel. I said, I'm gonna use a sock this time, right? That's the worst, when you use a sock and the next day forget. It's a true story. So I go to this website, and I don't know, I'm not really into internet porn, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's kind of creepy, but I was in a hotel, I wanted to just, you know, drop a batch in my stomach, go to sleep. And so, you know, I go to this website, right, and this girl, she's hot. You know, nice firm breast, tight ass, right? And I'm looking down, now I cleaned it up. I'm looking down, and she has one hair sticking out. One hair. And I'm obsessive compulsive. I told you. I'm thinking, how am I gonna masturbate thinking about that one hair? Right? And when do you think the cameraman would have said, hold on, let me get that? Right? And I look closer, and I'm looking at it, and it looks so real. And I go to touch it, and it was my hair that fell on the computer. You guys are great, thank you.
Coming to the stage, your next act, a very good friend of mine. He was raised by some of the best juvenile detention centers in the country. Please welcome Robert Kelly. What's up? Sit down. Sit down. What's happening? What's up? Look at all these sexy bastards. Except for him and... It's kind of creepy. It's good to be here, man. It's good. Yeah, I've been clean for 24 years, which is... and I'm not... Don't applaud for that, though. I'm not Rich Voss. I don't want a cheap applause break. It's so weird, though. I've been sober. I haven't touched drugs or alcohol for a long time, which is my main problem. But now I'm addicted for food for the last 24 years. And what sucks is that food doesn't get the hype and that alcohol and drugs gets. It's, you never bashed an old lady in the head for ring dings. But to me, it's affected me. I look a little thin now. People looking at me like, you're not that fat. I'm a little chunky, but I lost 70 pounds in the last year. No, stop.
I'll be back. I told you, I'm addicted to food. You don't know me. I'm addicted. I'm serious. And you can be addicted to food. You ever eat a whole Entenmann's cake? Halfway through, you're just nodding off like a heroin addict? I can't feel my feet. I think I caught diabetes. Bathe me in milk. I need milk. I need a piece of ham. Get me ham. And it sucks too because, you know, I'm a little thinner now, but I still relate to fat people. I look at skinny people and I want to punch you in your abs. I hate you. I hate you and all 27 of your abs, even the little V pee-pee ab down here. Because anybody who's fat, you know what fat worry is. Skinny people have no idea what fat worry is. If fat people know what you have to worry about your fat messing with your self-esteem in public. Skinny people have no idea. Their underwear elastic just stays straight up all the time. It never flops over and steams shut halfway through the day. That's fat worry. Fat people, you know. Skinny people, you never stretched your t-shirt out to make it a sundress before you put it on the back of a recliner and have to wet it for like 20 minutes so you could do one Mary Tyler Moore spin and nothing hits fat. Skinny people, you never reached for anything on a top shelf and your gut popped out of your shirt and jeans and a little kid puked on your knee. Has that ever happened? No. No, of course not. You never explained to a 9-year-old at a pool that your belly button isn't a monster's asshole? Have you? No? Anybody? No. Fat people, you know what I'm talking about. It sucks. It sucked being fat, but it also was hard losing weight because you lose the weight and everybody comes up to you and they ask the same stupid question over and over again. How did you do it? Oh my God, how did you do it? How did you lose all the weight? How do you think I did it, ass face? I ate apples for a year and walked. That's how you lose weight. There's no magic. I feel lonely and depressed. I have to feel lonely and depressed. I can't stuff those feelings with pizza and cupcakes anymore. I have to eat a stupid green apple and just sit there like an ass. I just want to start lying to people. How'd you do it? Turtle jizz. That's how I did it, yeah. Just rub it on the fat and it goes away. Just follow that more into Petco. And there's no help. That's what amazed me, too. There's no help for fat people. All the technology we have, all the amazing things we can do, they've never tried to help fat people. NASA put a robot on Mars. There's a robot on another planet. We have iPhones. You can push a button, satellite view, where you are right now. And they can't make an apple taste like mac and cheese? That can't happen? Really? Really, NASA, you nerds? You can't do a side project for us fatzos? Have you ever tasted an apple? Seriously, take a bite of an apple. Take a green apple, take a nice bite, watch what happens. 5 taste buds are enjoying themselves like, yay, apples! Come on, everybody, wake up, apples are here. Anybody? Take a bite of mac and cheese, watch it. Every taste bud's like, mac and cheese! Oh my God! It's in my mouth! Mac and cheese, it's creamy, it's salty and sweet. Fatso, take another bite. Your nose starts running because your mouth just had an orgasm. You can't just stop. That's what amazes me. People just, hey, just stop. Don't be fat anymore. Lose weight. That's not the way it works. Food is a drug, and you're addicted to it. You can't just stop something that's bad for you that you're addicted to. You have to hit bottom. You have to feel pain. It has to hurt. I don't care if it's food, heroin, she-males, whatever your thing is. You can't just stop. That's what happened to me. That's why I decided to lose weight. I actually hit a bottom emotionally. I had something happen that hurt my self-esteem so bad. I was like, I don't want to be fat anymore. I was with my wife. We were having a little sex, a little lovey time, and which was fine. That wasn't the problem. Ladies, you can always tell if a guy's into sex if you look back and see his face and you see angry face. Have you ever seen angry face? And I don't know why we're so angry. It's the most beautiful, magical, amazing feeling I've ever felt. We should be singing the gayest song, smiling the whole time. Just unicorns, shitting marshmallows. into buckets of cotton candy. Butterflies are flying in my heart tonight. But we're just disconnected, emotionless jerks. We're just like, this feels wonderful, but I'll never show you emotion. Yeah, even when we orgasm, we know when a guy's orgasm, we just lock up. You could drive a Humvee over our chest, nothing would happen. So we're sitting there, we're having some good sex, that was great. Then we started dirty talking, which I love. You know, you love the dirty talk. You grab the hair a little bit, you pull her head back. Not too hard, just soft. Head goes back. You want the face? Like you just caught a largemouth bass. You start talking, look at me, look at me. You like that? I like it. Tell me you like it. I already said I like it. Hurry up, this hurts. Say my name. Bobby! Call me Robert. Robert! Call me Robbie with an I-E, I-E. Robert, baby. Say it in Spanish. Roberto! But sometimes when you dirty talk, sometimes you get so into it, you forget what's happening. You start saying things you really mean by accident. Do you ever have honesty come out of your mouth during sex? And you're like, no! We're sitting there and I'm really into it. I'm like, I'm gonna do you so hard. She's like, yes, do me, baby. I'm like, I'm gonna do you harder than you ever been done before. She's like, yes, do me harder, you fat bastard. I was like, I'm trying to, chick I settled for. It's weird though, because now my life is actually pretty good, and I actually live in New York. I actually got a chance to buy an apartment in New York, which was the hardest thing I've ever done. I almost lost my mind. I almost killed somebody. First of all, to buy an apartment in New York City, it costs like $500,000 for 700 square feet. It's ridiculous. You can buy 20 homes in Cleveland for 700 square feet in this town. And I tried, I was like, you know what, maybe we should get a studio apartment. I was with my wife and I was like, get a studio. But then I realized I can't live in a studio with my wife. I need a room. I need that other room to go. I could live with 19 guys in a studio and not have one problem. But when you're with a woman, you need that room to go to so you don't get arrested, you know? When you get into a fight, you're like, I hear you, bam! And you shut the door and you're safe. And I told her that, I go, look, we need a one bedroom. She's like, why don't we just make a one bedroom? I'm like, how do you do that? She's like, we get an accordion door, we put it up halfway through the room, that way you can just shut it and you'll have a bedroom. I'm like, no, I need a door. I need a heavy mahogany oak door, because I need it to slam. I need, screw you, bam! The whole house shakes and something her grandmother passed down falls off the wall. My sconces! I hate your sconces, you dummy. An accordion door is like anticlimactic. It's like, screw you! Frit. The magnets don't connect. She's looking at you through the crack like a loser. One apartment we found was cool, but it had this hallway, long hallway. New York City has railroad apartments where the hallway is like 2 football fields long. And she's like, why don't we do this? I'm like, I can't live here. The hallway's too long. I need a door. When we argue and I say, I'm gone, I'm leaving, you need to be gone. You need to be, I'm leaving, boom, and you're gone. That's it. This hallway was so long, we'd probably wind up making up before I left the apartment, you know? But like, I'm leaving and I'm never coming back. Yeah, well, screw you too. I hate you. Well, sometimes you say things that hurt my feelings. I didn't want to fight. Meet me halfway. I'm sorry so much. Please. You know what's so weird, too, is that I feel bad for my wife because, you know, I'm still a psychopath, but I feel bad because, especially because we're not even making, she's not even have a man. She has a dude. I'm not a man. I look in the crowd. We're not making men anymore. Look at this. It's all dude, freaking dude. Isn't it, you know what I mean? There's too much fun things to do to be a man. I mean, I have freaking Xbox, Facebook that I check every 20 seconds. Who likes me? Who likes me? My grandfather was a man. He would come home, sit in a chair with a lamp. He's a man. I mean, my grandfather, he had tools. My grandfather had tools. If something broke in his house, he had a garage full of tools. He would go out and grab the tool, come in like a man and fix it. I have tape. If something breaks in my house, if you can't fix it with tape, I have to hire a man to come over and fix it. I'm in my underwear with tape, like, hi, if you need tape, I'm over here. Come on, I'll be playing Xbox and taking a nap. Back in the day, men had honor and dignity. They respected women. We don't respect women anymore. Back in the day, if a ship was sinking, women and children first. Women, go, children will die, play friggin' fiddles on the deck and boo. Do you think that would happen on a cruise ship today if it was sinking, women and children first? Are you out of your mind? I'm not letting that chick who was flashing her tits for shots at the bar live. No. I'm grabbing the first 2 babies I see and I'm floating back to shore. Come on. Start kicking, you little son of a bitches. We're never gonna make it. Your mother's fine. She's got fake boobs. She's floating right behind us. You know what I feel good about, though, is that I'm not as needy as I used to be. I used to be so needy. Now I'm not. I got a healthy relationship. I hate needy couples. I hate you. I really do. The I miss you, I love you couples. Every time you say goodbye, every time you say, I miss you too, I miss you, I'll talk to you later, I miss you, bye. Every 50,000 times a day, I'll talk to you later, bye, I miss you. Do you really miss him? He's going to Subway to get a footlong. He'll be back in 12 minutes. Do you miss him? He's not going to Afghanistan, you loser. Relax. My wife tries to do that to me. I go on the road. She's like, do you miss me? I'm like, honestly, I haven't thought of you in 3 days. Honestly. I just saw your face. I was like, oh, I'm married. I forgot about that. Yeah, what's up, babe? Every time I go on the road, my phone will ring. She'll be like, guess who? I don't know. You? I have caller ID, you moron. And she gets mad. Like, why can't you just play along? I don't know. I'm 39. What am I supposed to do? I don't know. Who is it? It is you, yeah. I thought so. I knew it, but I played along. I miss you. I'm gonna skip through the airport out of love. I don't say I love you either. I don't say I love her to my wife because she says it. I hate couples that do that. One person says, I love you. The other one's like, I love you too. If you say two at the end of I love you, you're just dishonest. You're an ass. You didn't mean it. You just, I love you too. You're an ass. I love you. If my wife says I love you, I don't feel the urge to say I love you back. She's like, I love you. I'm like, thanks, pal. And it's not because I don't love my wife. I love my wife more than life itself. I don't want to desensitize my wife to the words I love you coming out of my mouth. When I say I love you, I want to mess her up emotionally. I actually want her to feel love, because I didn't say it 50 times a day on Twitter and text messages. I want her to be like, I love you, oh my God. I don't want it to have the same emotional connection as Pass the Salt. It's like my mother. My mother will say, I love you 50 times in one phone call. I can't hang up the phone. It's like, all right, I gotta go, Ma. I love you. I do. I love you too. I know. I love you too. I know. I love you too. I have to go. I said it. I love you. I did say it. I love you. I love you. I love you. I have to go. I love you. My father said I love you once when I graduated high school. It messed me up for like 3 weeks. Out of the blue, he was just like, son. I was like, what's up, Dad? I love you. I was like, I love you too. I love you so much. Why would you do this in front of my friend? Hold me. You guys, thank you so much. My name's Robert Kelly. You guys are a great crowd. God bless you guys. Thanks for coming out.
Your next comic is really the brainchild behind this whole show. and he drank alcohol, he did heroin, and he did cocaine, but he never smoked pot. He's been sober a little over 11 years. Make him feel welcome, Mike DiStefano.
Oh, thank you. Wow. Thank you. Thank you very much. Wow. Thank you very much. Wow, I don't know what to do now. You just gave me a standing ovation without doing anything. I think you might be disappointed in me. All right, well, let's do our best then. Yeah, nowadays, people come up to me and say, Mike, I saw you on television. And when I was on drugs, people would say, hey, Mike, did you take my television? So, things are a little different now. I was just out in LA, I was performing at a comedy club, and a guy comes up to me after the show with his card. He says, hey, I saw your show, it was fantastic. And then he said, do you have a resume? I said, do I look like I have a fucking resume? I curse at people who don't have a funny friend to hang out with. Do you want me to put that on a letterhead? So he said, what'd you do before comedy? I said, I was a drug counselor in a rehab. He said, what about before that? I said, I was a drug addict. He said, how about before that? I said, I was 12. Yeah. That's my resume. I went into rehab, well, the first time, and yeah, they told me, hey, you know, you're not a bad person, it's a disease. Drug addiction is a disease, just like diabetes. I never heard of somebody with diabetes sticking up a gas station for insulin, have you? Did you ever hear of an insulin whore? But I was happy that it was a disease, you know, so I relapsed, and I was robbing a gas station. I said, give me the money. And the guy said, you're a scumbag. I said, no, I have a disease. And I could sue you for discrimination. You ever see these drug pamphlets they have? It says, do you have a drug problem, question mark? And then you open it, it's got 500 stupid questions. It should just say, if you open this, there's something fucking wrong with you. So a lot of you guys are in recovery. Give a round of applause again, please. Yeah, cool. That's awesome, man. Imagine if we all relapsed right now. Like if we smoked one big crack. The NYPD would sound like this on the radio. Sir, yeah, the Union Square Theater, it's gone. No, it's gone. There's nothing there. There's a couple of pipes and a brick. Oh, there goes the pipe. Some guy just grabbed the pipes. I did heroin for years, and, you know, I had the same shoes for like 7 or 8 years. Because when you're on heroin, you don't really do much. Yeah. Hey. You know, they would wear out depending on how you leaned that particular day. I smoked crack for like 2 weeks. I was in a fucking nut house immediately. That stuff is insane. It's crazy. Crack cocaine is the express train to hell. I mean, that stuff is just bizarre. You smoke, and it makes you paranoid. I mean, I'm in Florida. I walk there. And I'm sitting in this little apartment, and I'm smoking crack, and I'm paranoid, and I'm looking in the freezer for the cops. I know they got a stakeout going behind the waffles. My couch was talking to me in Spanish. I don't understand Spanish. That's when I knew I had a problem. I had to get a new couch. It was insane, man. But heroin addicts, man, I love, you know, heroin addicts are just relaxed people. You know, they're not, I mean, just, we used to steal like really slow. You know? Like, yo, man, let's go rob some shit. And then, like, by the time the guy answered me, I was already clean for 6 months, you know? Crackheads, as soon as they're done with that last hit, I gotta go, gotta get some shit. Where are the alcoholics by a round of applause? If you're an alcoholic, yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, well, fuck you. Yeah, alcoholism is like a socially acceptable thing, right? Oh, I'm an alcoholic. So's my Aunt Betty. You know, no one gives a shit. You say you're a drug addict, people look at you funny. I'm a drug addict. Ugh, get out of here. But alcoholics are causing much more problems and damage in our society, right? They're out crashing cars, drunk driving. Did you ever hear of a crackhead crashing his car? He sold his car a long time ago. When I was on heroin, the worst accident I ever had behind the wheel was I banged my head against the steering wheel. In the garage. The car didn't even get started. Don't get me wrong, crackheads are motivated people. They get shit done. I saw a crackhead running down the street. He weighed about 80 pounds. He had a transmission on his shoulders. I'm gonna open a business, the Crackhead Moving Company. When it positively, absolutely has to be there right fucking now. No overhead, I don't need trucks. Just get a bunch of crackheads. Hey, you gotta bring all this shit out to Connecticut. They got rocks waiting for you, hurry. This shit'll be there every time, on time, all the time. Or for those of you who don't know about crack cocaine, when you smoke crack, you start looking for crack in carpets. Everything looks like it might be smokable. The Crackhead Carpet Cleaning Service. Just sent a bunch of these crackheads in there. Hey, go in there, they were smoking the other day. Okay, no problem. Pull the DNA out of there. There's no politically correct terms either for drug addicts, you know? Drug addict. That's bullshit, drug addict. Why not like a substance enthusiast? That sounds a lot nicer. And I don't like the term crack whore. That's not nice. Chemically enhanced oral pleasure technician. I love when young kids ask me to have a beer after a show. I just talked about like being a heroin addict and crack smoker. They're like, hey, you want to have a beer? I'm like, no. Didn't you just hear what I said? Well, come on, just have one beer. I said, no, I don't want to have a beer. Oh, come on, you can have a beer. I said, well, I'll tell you what, I'll have a beer with you, but then when I'm done, I'm going to need heroin and cocaine. And I only have like $500 on me. It's not enough. So I'm gonna take your money and I'm gonna go to your house and kill people that you love. And then they don't want to have a beer with me anymore. I'll order a martini and then an ambulance right afterwards. What's this codependency? You ever hear of this? I'm codependent. I was once a co-defendant. I'm gonna write a book about codependency. It's gonna be entitled, Mind Your Fucking Business. I love my friends that are in recovery tell me, I'm having a hard time with my girlfriend. Well, I don't know, you met her on the medication line in detox. Wow, she looks hot in that paper dress. I smelled Haldol on her breath. And I knew she was the one for me. It's unbelievable. A lot of times my friends ask me how I started doing comedy, and I always tell them that, you know, how it happened. About 10 years ago, well, a little over 10 years ago, I had just gotten clean. I was struggling to stay clean, you know, like the first year, it's all difficult. And I had lost a lot of people. My father died, my wife had died, a lot of bad stuff. And I was really depressed, and I didn't want to, like, you know, just work anymore. So, well, I had a job. I was an educator and a counselor at the time, and I would help a lot of people. This one guy came into my office one day. He said, I need to tell you what happened. I had sex with a man for crack cocaine. And I said, okay, you know, I've heard that before. He goes, do you think I'm gay? And I said, well, I think you're worried about the wrong fucking thing. That's what I think. Yeah, I don't know if you're gay, but you definitely have a substance abuse problem. You need rehab. You don't need to redecorate. So I was out doing these educational programs in high schools and colleges, and at that time, AIDS was a new disease, you know, and people were getting HIV from sharing needles and drugs. So I added talking about HIV into my seminar. It was part of my job. So I'd say, hey, here's how you can get HIV. You know, you get it from sharing needles, you get it from sex, da-da-da-da-da-da. So people raise their hand and say, what about mosquitoes? Well, no, you can't get it from mosquitoes, sir. Well, a friend of mine says, well, your friend's an asshole, and so are you. Like, that's how I, you know, because I was upset. And said, well, I think you can get it from mosquitoes. I said, well, I hope you get it from mosquitoes. Can you get AIDS from a dentist? Yeah, if you have unprotected anal sex with him. You can. And that was one of the jobs I did. And then the other one, I was at a university and I'm doing this lecture on substance abuse and HIV. And this woman raised her hand at the end. It's always like an adult. It was never the students. They were always pretty much, oh, okay, it's pretty easy not to get AIDS. I'm not going to get it, you know? I'm going to pretty much not get myself AIDS. It looks pretty easy. But then some adult asshole educator has to just ruin the whole day. She raised her hand and she said, well, I'd like to ask about casual situations that you might be able to get AIDS. Like, you know, if there's a bloody doorknob. I said, well, if a bloody doorknob is a casual situation for you, you might consider moving. If you got a bloody doorknob, imagine what's going on behind the door. Just leave that door alone. Well, theoretically, it's possible. Yeah, it's possible if you run over to that bloody door and pull your pants down and repeatedly jam that door into your ass. Then it's theoretically possible. And if you do that, you deserve something bad to happen to you. Not AIDS. Someone should just walk up to you and shoot you in the back of the head for doing that. So I got fired from that job. And I started doing comedy. And it's been working out ever since. You know, if you see a crackhead on the street, it's because he doesn't have money on him. Just the two black people got that? What kind of crowd is this? There was a guy, like sometimes people in recovery and all over the place, they have this religious aspect to things where, you know, they think they're special because they talk really quietly. Like, I'm really spiritual because I talk softly. Do you know what I mean? Those assholes. They don't really say what they mean, if you know what I mean. You know? They want to tell you to go fuck yourself. But instead they say, I'll pray for you. I just look at him and say, please don't. This guy I know, he shot himself in the head and blew half of his head off, and then he became religious the next day. Pretty bad timing, if you ask me. And at the same time, my father was diagnosed with a brain tumor. him and his wife come to my house with a Bible. You ever have someone come to your house with a Bible? It looks like scary shit's gonna happen. It's more like a weapon, isn't it? Like they're coming with a gun. It's a Bible. And then they're gonna open the Bible and tell you stuff that it says, but it really doesn't say that. Like they come to my house and say, we heard your dad has cancer, is it bad? I said, no, he got the good cancer that they just came out with. It's a new one, you should try it. So then the guy's standing there with a half a head, and I'm thinking, whatever was bothering you when you had a whole head that made you want to kill yourself, like, what happened to that stuff? Did it go away? So they said, well, we just want you to know that the Lord is testing you. That's why my father got cancer, because their Lord is testing me. So I said, what grade do you think I would get on the test if I killed you two right now and then went and killed your entire family with a spoon? And they said, we'll pray for you. And I said, please don't. Look what God did to you. You guys have been fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Mike DiStefano. I want to bring everybody out for one final applause. Rich, Robert, and Mike. Thank you all for coming down.